clearly a big divisional game. What do you expect here this afternoon?
Nothing less than our best. I think we're quite aware of where we are in our season. It's the middle of March right now. We're quite aware of how many games we have left in order to prepare ourselves for game number 83. We're aware of what the standings are. We're aware of who our opponent is. We need our best today.
Looks like a great defensive effort last game. How important is it to continue in that regard?
I think it's important. I think we keep going to the record since Christmas time. When we give up 3 or less goals, we know what it is. We've worked hard to really limit high danger chances against. I think we've done pretty well with that regard since Christmas time, and that's part of our template. We believe we can score enough goals, but we're going to have to defend hard to get to where we want to get to.
Jay, when you've had success in this matchup this year against Seattle in particular, what's worked?
Well, I think it goes to what we just talked about. When we gave up 5 goals against, we didn't win the game. And, even in that game, I thought that was a home game. I think it was the second time we played them this year. I thought we had about an 8-minute span where we just weren't good enough in that 8 minutes. And when you play a good team, they make you pay. And this team that we're playing today can score. I think in the 2 games that we found the win in, we kept this team to 2 or less. So that follows exactly what we're talking about here in terms of high danger chances against and in terms of checking your way to a win.
When I think of those games, it started in their end. You didn't do a whole lot of defending in either of those wins. Getting in on the forecheck, it's probably a key to success every game, but it certainly seemed to work against Seattle, getting on them early.
Yeah, I think it's part of just our DNA as a team is that we want to be known. Well, obviously, we can make plays off the rush and everything like that, just given our skill level. But we want to be known as a very good forechecking team. I think that's the best place to check is in the other team's end. And then we want to be organized if we have to work back to our end, and we know what type of damage these guys can do off the rush and how they're de-joining the rush and all that kind of stuff. And the better we are on the forecheck, the better it is for us.
Seattle has gained a reputation as a balanced kind of whack-a-mole offense. Yeah. But Edmonton's number of double-digit scores and their number of players between that 20 and 40-point range, very similar. What does that tell you?
I think both teams are deep. I don't think it's necessarily just one player here or there for both teams. I think if we play the game that we want to play, we should be seeing those type of contributions up and down the lineup. And, as I said earlier to Cam, we're quite aware of what the other team can bring, but tonight we're going to need our best.